Yo, party people, what's up? How about that episode of Dynamite that just went down? The first one of the new year did not disappoint. So much great stuff to go over, you guys. Great matches, both title and non-title. Absolute freaking victories. New champions, and dicks getting run into the ground, apparently. Guys, there is so much stuff to unpack from this episode. Don't worry, just because the good times on the show are over don't mean the good times gotta stop rolling. Because guess what? The newest episode of The Gift of Gabe, covering the first Dynamite of 2023, is about to start. You guessed it, now! So, guys, let's get things started with an absolute banger that kicked things off when absolute Ricky Starks went one-on-one with the Ocho, the Demo God, the whatever. My God, he has so many gimmick names. Chris Jericho. The match was solid. I loved it. The crowd was super hyped for it. You felt the energy, especially with how over Starks is showcasing why this is going to be his year. He's going to be a champ by the end of this year. You already know. Gotta be honest, they had me when he got hit with Floyd. It looks like he was just going to pass out on the walls, but he was able to get out of it and scored a clean 100% victory over Chris Jericho. Looks like this feud's going to probably maybe keep going a little bit because he and Andretti got beat up after the match by the whole entire JAS, and Starks ended up powerbound through the table. I think he's already over as is, but continuing this feud, he's going to probably end up winning this feud with Chris Jericho. It's just going to keep getting him up further and further up the rung. Like I said, he's going to be champion before this year is over. And like I said before, after the first MJF and Ricky Starks match, maybe they're just trying to build him up so high so that they just haven't run it back again, maybe at like Full Gear or something, and by like the end of the year, and then he actually dethrones MJF and finally becomes an absolute AEW World Champion. Either way, guys, 2023 is going to be a great, absolute year for Ricky Starks. And it got started tonight, aside from getting put through a table. But good times are still to come, and it was sampled tonight because he got a win over Chris Jericho, and it was great. But honestly, great is what I could say about a lot of things that happen on Dynamite. This is one of the best ways to kick off the new year ever. But it's Dynamite. They don't disappoint. Pay-per-views disappoint. AEW doesn't disappoint. Even when you think they do, they come at you and hit you with an absolute great show like they did tonight. Don't believe me? Check out the tag title match. I told you guys from the get-go this was going to be a solid match for what it was, and it was. It was fun. Hell, I'll admit, they had me for a little bit when they actually had Bowen's foot on the rope and Sanjay knocked it off, and look like we actually had new champions. I was like, what? No! There's no way they just did that. No, Tony, you can't do that to our boys, the Acclaimed. But thank you, Aubrey Edwards. I forgot it's a Seattle freaking Washington native. My God, it was a great night for Seattle people, as it's clearly been said. But she made the save, helped get the match overturned, got it to continue, and the Acclaimed are still our AEW World Tag Team Champions. They're going to run that match back, no holds barred, on Battle of the Belts this Friday. We'll talk about that later. But the match is great. We still have our champions acclaimed every Wednesday. The Forever Champs, the Sultan of Scissor, and the Rap Master God. His name is Max Caster. Like I said before, guys, I was really scared. Thought we were going to crown new champions. I don't think it's time for them to lose the belts yet. They're probably going to hold the belts until at least maybe, in my opinion, possibly Double or Nothing. But hell, they can hold it longer. It's the Acclaimed. It's not like they're going to stop being over. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if they broke the Young Bucks 302-day record title run. So, hell, no need to take the belts off the Acclaimed at all. That's why they'll retain this Friday on Battle of the Belts. You already know, skis. But Aubrey Edwards, you can scissor with the champs anytime for saving us and saving the people's champs, the Acclaimed. Thank you, Aubrey. Other great stuff we had here on Dynamite, you guys. Swerve, Strickland going one-on-one with this Lucha Underground rival, AR Fox. Dude, this match was super solid. Honestly, a lot of great spots. They're putting on a clinic. All they needed was just 10 minutes and magic. I loved every second of it. Again, showcasing why Swerve is going to have a great year, and he's going to be champion. Whether it's All Atlantic or TNT, Swerve becomes champion in 2023. If you're watching this right now or watch it later, dude, guess what? You're hearing it first from me. Swerve becomes champion in 2023. It'll have to happen after this awesome Keith Lee program and match actually finishes up when Keith comes back, but it'll be all worth the wait. Maybe he could be, the one person to dethrone our new TNT champion, but we'll get more into that later in the show because that was great too. But Swerve, good job kicking things off with the new year with the W. The future looks bright, my friend, but it's you, Swerve. Wherever you go, it's money. Your first year was absolute greatness, and this one is not going to be any different. Keep up the good work, buddy. And same with Mogul Affiliates. I'm liking them. Guys, Moxley, Page, next week on Dynamite. It's happening. After, the mic issues got worked out, and they still made it a little funny and entertaining. We got a nice verbal altercation between these two. Apparently, Hangman's gonna freaking destroy Moxley's dick into the ground or something like that. It was freaking hilarious. Dick puns got started by Stokely Hathaway, and I feel like that's gonna be like a new thing that just goes on throughout the year. So thanks, Stokely. It's entertaining, but it's like, what? But either way, I cannot wait for this match next week. I've been talking about it. Just the brawls have been fun, but it's finally gonna go at it next week. I almost feel like it's not gonna come to an actual conclusion though. Maybe they just beat the crap out of each other until it goes to almost like a no contest, and then this kind of wraps things up all the way to Revolution. I could be 100% wrong, but I feel like that's where this is going. It's gotten to that deep point. Maybe Hangman takes down Moxley, maybe gives him a couple weeks, takes him out, maybe gives him his vacation he's supposed to have, and they pick things up back at Revolution in some sort of stipulation match, unsanctioned or something even more brutal, I quit or something. Who knows? And either way, I cannot wait for their match next week. They're going to beat the hell out of each other. Blood might be shed. Bones might be broken. Maybe someone gets knocked out again. Who knows when freaking cowboy shit meets the purveyor of violence and the Death Rider. My God, it's going to be total brutality. I cannot wait. Next week's show's so stacked. But we got a lot of stuff to cover still on this show because this show was great. Don't believe me? Dude, MJF, Bryan Danielson laid down a nice... So I'm saying it was a little over long, and I say some because that was maybe one or two people. This segment was perfect. It literally set us up for this great rest of this feud that's going to conclude at Revolution. And finally, a match I have been waiting so long for since AEW got into conception, since Dynamite started. Freaking a 1 hour Iron Man match. I love it. I love it. Incredible stipulation, truly, to prove that MJF belongs in the ring for any amount of time with the best wrestler in the world, Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon. I loved it. Also loved the whole mom puns that Bryan had. It was hilarious. And he's going to have to run the gauntlet over these next 5 weeks, starting with Konosuke Takeshita next week. Loving that already on free television. Sign me up. Take my money. I'm not even paying for it, but take my money. I cannot wait for that. Can't wait to see who else he has to run the gauntlet with. MJF will probably get some interesting people involved because that's what he does when he makes guys jump through hoops, like he says. But 2 months, you guys, that's all we have to do. Because Bryan's going to run this gauntlet. 2 months is all we have to wait for this awesome Iron Man match. I saw Sean Rapp being saying, making a joke, oh, this won't end until 4 a.m. Look, if it does, we'll all be like, dude, worth it. Amazing pay-per-view, amazing main event. And then we'll all just pass out on our couches or anywhere hopefully comfortable and not on a hardwood floor. But anyway, I cannot wait for this. This is going to be a match. This is literally a match in history. First ever 1 hour Iron Man match in AEW history between two of the best right now. One of which being the best in the world, who's done an hour-long contest and even longer multiple times in his career, and recently did it against Heyman and Page back in 2021 when it was coming, but that was just only one fall, not even multiple falls. I cannot wait. And I think it's a perfect step for MJF. It's kind of like the story of his title reign. Each title defense on pay-per-view, because he said he's not going to defend anywhere else, but it works. Ricky Starks said he couldn't handle the responsibility of being champion. Boom. MJF proved it. He defeated him. Doesn't matter how he did it. He defeated him. Proved he can handle the responsibility of holding the AEW World title. This one is to prove that he can hang with the very best when wrestling. It's been called out before, but no one really does it that much now. But now it's really going to be put to rest when he wrestles for an hour and maybe over an hour if it somehow goes to overtime. Which, not going to lie, that would be super cool. But the match is going to be amazing anyway throughout. So, and then maybe the next test and the next test, they're all going to show why he is a generational talent. Each one is just going to be a new obstacle for him to overcome to prove why arguably he will go down as the best AEW World Champion in history, like he always says. So I love it. It's a great setup. This match is literally going to be freaking-tacular. You're not going to want to miss that. And it's 2 months away. I wish it was tomorrow. I wish it was this Sunday. But it's fine. The wait just makes it so the more chef's kiss. So it's fine. I'll sit back. It will definitely be worth the wait. Speaking of worth the wait, oh my God, after nearly 2 years of trying, Darby Allin is TNT champion again. Let's go. Absolutely amazing. I am ashamed to say that our mighty king of television has fallen, but someone deservingly has taken his throne, and it is Darby Allin. Dude is one of the best in the biz. Dude has all the tools. He is amazing. And that moment he had with Sting right afterwards, someone called like Sting great best stepdad moment. Nah, dude, that's just full on dad. It was beautiful and I loved it. And if you saw afterwards, he even like promised his buddy Nick Wayne like a title match after he graduates high school. The whole thing was absolutely great. I wasn't expecting Samoa Joe to lose, but man, when I saw Darby go off for those 2 coffin drops, I was like, oh my God, is it happening? Oh my God, 1, 2, is it really happening? 3, let's go, Darby, 2-time. That's right, not 1, 2-time TNT champion. The long road back to the mountaintop of the king of the TNT, top of the TNT title mountain has been reached. Darby, well deserved. So happy for you. He literally is still the longest reigning TNT champion. He had one of the all-time great reigns with the title before. So no doubt he is going to bring good stuff throughout. Honestly, a good contender to beat him down the line could be Swerve. It could be Ricky Starks. Either way, guys, Darby is going to produce great matches with this TNT title run. I cannot wait to see it. This whole thing is well deserved. Bravo, Darby. Bravo. Bravo. Wherever you are and you watch this, give it one more round of applause for Darby, our new TNT champion, the TNT champion you cannot kill. All right, you guys, that's Dynamite. It was super awesome. Cannot wait for next week's show, but we still got a lot to go down this week because title week, it's not over yet. We still got the Undisputed Tag Team titles on Friday, and that's going to be super oozy. So, we're not done. And then, Friday, Rampage, we got some matches announced. One I'm really looking forward to, Top Flight going against the BCC again, though this time it's Moxley and Danielson. That's going to be a banger. And then, Battle of the Belts. Orange Cassidy against Kip Sabian for the All-Atlantic title. Jade defending the TBS title. We know she's obviously going to win. So, no need to too much highlight that, though. The whole thing with the baddies deteriorating is just weird to me because it's literally just... It's not even a baddies group anymore with freaking once Red Velvet eventually leaves, if that's what's actually going to end up happening. And then, finally, like I mentioned before, the Acclaimed are going to run it back with Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, no holds barred. You already know the Acclaimed's going to win this one, and I already can see how it's probably going to happen. Caster or something's probably going to hit him, Jeff Jarrett, with the guitar to get the 1, 2, 3. I think that's why they made the no holds barred stipulation, so I cannot wait for that. And then next week, guys, so much good stuff. Kano State Takeshita, any match he's in. I wouldn't even have to name his opponent, and you're already going to be like, okay, I'm going to watch. But he's fighting the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Now you're double watching, because that's going to be the shits. And then Moxley and Paige, they're going to freaking rip each other apart. It's going to be a freaking whole thing of mayhem. Like, I don't even have the words right now of how brutal that's going to be. And then, also, we got the announcement, and I know some of you might be a little underwhelmed. Why is it Toni Storm? After all that, she's Saraya's tag team partner? Did you see the look of Karashita was given? I think, and a lot of people, saw some of you thinking this too, Karashita maybe takes out Toni Storm beforehand, and then it's like, oh, Saraya doesn't have a partner. Well, what's going to happen? What's going to do? Ba-ba-da-ba, Sasha Banks, Mercedes Renata, Mercedes Monet, whatever she wants to call herself once she gets there. I think that's how she makes her debut. Tony's kind of being smart with this. You know, we're so speculating that it's coming, so, you know, throw some curveballs in there. Make us really be like, huh, for a second, and then be like, ah, okay, I understand now. So, there's that, and then finally, we're just about there, guys. It's going to be the greatest comeback in series history in pro wrestling, in sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it. When the Elite goes head-to-head one final time with that triangle in the final match 7 of the Best of 7 series, and Escalera de la Muerte, the ladder match straight to hell, but to climb the heavens rungs and grab the trios championships that they never truly lost. I cannot wait for this match. It's going to be a great way to close out an amazing series. that we've gotten to see over the past 2 months. Next week's Dynamite's going to be the shit. The rest of this week is going to be amazing. You're not going to want to miss those shows. You're not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gabber in the biz, has to say after those shows. So, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the first Dynamite of the year. Hope you also had a great new year. It's going great. So, the new year's just getting started. We're not even close to done. More amazing memories across both companies are going to be made that are going to drop our jaws in excitement and us losing our freaking minds. We're still on the road to the Rumble, and the road to Revolution is getting even better. So, don't ever forget, when it comes talking wrestling, who better to gab with than your boy Gabe? Okay, you guys, I will see you after SmackDown on Friday. So, deuces, buces.